GOP lawmakers are continuing to push for legislation that would allow people to openly carry guns without training here in our state. Today at the State House, they heard more concerns from law enforcement about this proposal. News 19's Becky Buds has more.
If you care about your friends and your families, then do not make it easier for people to carry weapons in public.
Parents and police chiefs from across the state testifying in opposition to legislation that eliminates training requirements to openly carry firearms.
We support the rights and freedoms of everyone, but the safety of our communities need to be at our forefront, and I believe that's what we're discussing here today.
The House passed its version of the so-called constitutional carry law in February, but the fate of the law once again falls on the Senate, where lawmakers rejected a similar proposal 2 years ago. Advocates like the National Rifle Association argue the law protects law-abiding citizens.
We certainly have not seen a shift in the number of people carrying, and have not seen a shift in other states of number of people carrying or impact on violent crime.
The state's Sheriff's Association says they support the bill as long as it cracks down on repeat offenders charged with misdemeanor gun possessions.
We will have no way of knowing that they are lawful or unlawful. In fact, we'll have to assume that they are lawful even though they may not be.
The Senate panel carried over a separate proposal aimed at preventing gun suicides. It would allow people to register themselves on a do not sell list for guns. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
Well, if signed into law, South Carolina would become the 26th state allowing carry without permits. Here's a look at current gun law in South Carolina. Open carry and concealed carry legal for residents as long as you have a concealed weapons permit. For non-residents, open carry is legal with a license from a state that South Carolina honors. Open carry is prohibited in city-owned buildings during protests, festivals, and other events that need a permit. The latest SLED data on gun violence covers the year 2021, and the agency reported that the murder rate in South Carolina at its highest rate in 3 decades. Over the past 10 years, murders have increased by more than 50%. At the same time, weapons violations rose by more than 80%. The research site gunviolencearchive.org tracks all publicly known shooting incidents in the country. In South Carolina, data shows that there have been at least 129 firearm deaths so far this year alone.